Well, hello there, fellow geeks and geekettes, and welcome to yet another video. Now, the left strikes again. The childish, stupid, uneducated, uninformed left strikes again. What am I talking about? Well, obviously, I am talking about yet another case of canceling somebody for no reason whatsoever, or for no reasonable reason, for no clever reason, for no relevant reason. I'm talking about the cancel culture that has been flourishing throughout the entire leftist comic book industry these days. And the main man of today's news is, well, nobody else but Tom King, one of the most leftist writers that works for DC nowadays. Now, what has he done? Well, I will provide a link to the article that is my source in the description down below. But basically, what he did was he attacked on Twitter the magnificent artist Jae Lee for drawing a cover, a comic book cover for actually doing his work. Now, to provide you with some more detail, Jae Lee is a very prolific and popular and famous comic book artist who is mainly famous for his comic book cover artwork. Among many other comic books, he did covers for Batman, Superman, and so on and so forth. For he worked for DC, for Marvel, for I believe he even did some covers for Image. Let's say that he is more of a freelance artist who basically does work for people that pay him, right? Which is absolutely understandable. I'm an artist. I want to make money. You pay me. All right, I'll draw you a picture, and you pay me for it. Good. That's a bargain, right? We've got a deal. That's how really business works. You know, you pay me for my services. Fine. So Jae Lee drew a picture or a cover for Ethan Van Sciver's Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet comic book, which of course Ethan Van Sciver published through a crowdfunding campaign, and he raised over 1 million, or I think it is already $2 million. That is more than a single comic book published by DC or Marvel or the more independent but still mainstream comic book publishers make these days. It is a tremendous and extraordinary success. And a couple of months ago, he paid Jae Lee to draw a cover for him, or one of the variants, right? That you could get if you support Ethan Van Sciver on his crowdfunding campaign, right? Okay, so that happened. That took place in the past. And I think that more recently, Jae Lee drew a cover for, I believe it's Cecile, another member of the Comicsgate community, and he drew a comic book cover for him, for money. Once again, him being a freelancer, right? I don't think Jae Lee has any contract with Marvel or DC, so he can basically do whatever he likes. He can take any job he likes, provided that he's, of course, okay with the money he's being given, right? So, Tom King wrote on his Twitter account a couple of days ago, today DC put out an alternate cover to Rorschach by Jae Lee. By the way, Rorschach is a comic book maxi series or mini series that is about to start coming out in fall, and it is going to be written by Tom King, right? Tom King continues, who has also done covers for Comicsgate, a hate group. DC does not consult creators on alternate covers. I reached out to them to express my deep disappointment. Far as I'm concerned, this is the cover to Rorschach issue 1, and then there's the picture of the cover. Now, Comicsgate is most certainly not a hate group. It is a group of not only artists, and writers, and pencilers, and inkers, but people all together, counting fans and comic book readers who believe in the free market and in the freedom of speech and in true diversity, which means that everybody should be represented in comic books, including the white devil being me, the white man. And they believe in hiring people on merit, which means that I will, as an example, I'm going to write a comic book. I need an artist. I will hire the artist that I consider to be good. I will hire the most skillful or skilled artist that I can find. Or I've got an idea for a comic book. I need a writer for this comic book. I will hire a very good, prolific, and talented artist to write this comic book. This is hiring on merit, not hiring on any other base, for instance, based on color of your skin or your gender or, something like that. An irrelevant reason. I want to make good money. I want to publish a good comic book. I hire good people. Not based on what they look like, but based on their abilities and on their talent and on their ability to work hard. Right? So that's what they believe in. Basically, they believe in the opposite of what has been going on in the comic book industry for the last couple of years, which is, well, really trying as much as possible to represent all the oppressed groups that are not really oppressed for one reason or another, and most certainly not publishing good comic books, right? And that is why the sales of comic book issues have been declining more and more, year after year after year. I'm not talking about collected editions. The collected editions of older stuff, of older comic books, are still selling gloriously, because they are comic books that were written in the past, and they are actually good. So they are selling, obviously, because fans want, or readers want, good comics. They want good stories, so they buy good stories. It doesn't matter who wrote them. It doesn't matter who drew them. People want to read good stuff, and they buy the good stuff, right? Most people don't really care about who, or clever people, wise people, normal people, intelligent people don't think about what the author, looks like, or who the author voted, right? For example, Ethan Van Sciver was encouraged to leave DC Comics because he voted for Donald Trump. So can you see the absolute madness of the leftist, of the SJWs, the social justice warriors? Can you believe the absolute tendency to self-destruct themselves or self-destroy themselves? It seems to me that they don't want to make any money. But to get back to my original point, so this is what Tom King wrote, right? And then, so he basically called for canceling Jae Lee because he drew a cover for money. And then he wrote in another tweet later, I spoke with Jae. He's not on Twitter, didn't know Comicsgate existed, and doesn't support hate of any kind. We're all good. Best possible outcome. So what Tom King did was that he judged somebody and immediately went to Twitter to bitch on somebody with no further research, with no further information on the matter, without any research, without any knowledge about the matter. Now, Tom King boasts all the time that he is a former CIA agent. Well, I thought that CIA agents should be masters in getting information. Apparently not. And besides, this is what children do, A child sees his friend do something, and he immediately goes to a parent or a teacher and tells on the friend, he did that and I don't like it. Well, that's of course stupid and childish, unintelligent and pathetic. Now, one more thing. a couple of months ago, I believe. No, it was July the 20. No, sorry. It's furthermore down, down, down. The article. The article is concerned with many transgressions of Tom King that he did against many people throughout, a couple of months. Now, this happened in July of this year. So this month, actually, it's not that old. He attacked with swear words on Twitter the actor Dean Cain. Is this how you pronounce it? I believe. I think that the guy played Superman in one of the TV shows about Superman. He is, I believe, also at least partially Asian. So now it came to my mind if Tom King had anything against Asians. So is Tom King racist? In which case, why does DC Comics hire him? I thought that DC Comics and Marvel Comics were against racism. And there you can see that Tom King has been, curiously and suspiciously attacking Asian artists, Asian pencilers, and Asian actors on Twitter. Why does he do that? Does he not like them? That sounds very wrong to me, and I would be very cautious as far as Tom King goes, DC Comics. So, once again, as I said, I will provide a link to this article in the description down below so you can read the article into detail by yourself. The conclusion of this video is that please do use common sense and decency, right? Act in the name of reason and, as I said, decency. Be nice people. Be nice to each other. Don't be mean to each other without any proper reason. Do not act like the racist Tom King, please. And I do strongly, severely support Comicsgate, because I do support and I do believe in equality of all people. I do believe that all humans' lives matter, and I do believe in peace and prosperity for all humans, for all people. I believe in love, I believe in friendship, and I believe in good and nice people. I believe in the freedom of speech, and I believe in free market. That is the basis of the Western modern, and not only Western, but that should be the basis of the modern civilization, shouldn't it? Don't you agree, my friends? That freedom and peace and love are one of the most important things in life. And justice, do not forget about justice. That is the dearest, the closest to my own heart. Please do express and share your own opinion in the comments down below. I will be only happy and glad and excited to interact with you, to have a discussion, an intelligent discussion, like decent human beings, because I do believe in decency and in intelligence. Well, thank you very much, my friends. See you soon, and bye.